Hi guys, it's Chamaka the Blinding Beauty, and this story is quite short. I'm just gonna go straight to the point. This story is about Mama Oinda. She was a woman who had a child, but was stillbirth. And in the area she lives now, a lot of people didn't know that she actually didn't have a child. They just thought that her child was somewhere abroad. Had a child stillbirth, husband left her, used to beat her before he left her. And you know how some men just feel like everything's your fault. So he blamed her for having a stillbirth. Meanwhile, he was beating her in the pregnancy. Then baby died. So her whole world crumbled, left with nothing. So she moved to a rural area and started to sell plantain. Like she would fry plantain. You know how they sell akara plantain? She was doing just plantain. And she was so depressed. Her brain was, I don't even know if her brain was functioning well because she was not in her right senses. So she would fry the plantain. The plantain would be so strong. People would be wondering what's going on. Who will eat this thing? But people that liked it used to buy it. So there were twins in that area who had just finished secondary school, waited for 3 years to enter university, but they couldn't afford to go to university. Wrote Jamboli once, passed, but no money, for all these things. So these two decided to go and be following Mama Oinda to sell her plantain. Tasted it and were like, Ma, you can do plantain chips, so that this plantain that is strong, let's just be doing plantain chips. So they started to, research on how to do it. The woman started to sell plantain chips, but her plantain chips was not packaged. It's just in a tray, like how you sell akara. People will package, she will sell the one for you, pack it. And this woman started to sell. These kids were so good to her. Their mom is a single mom, so they were twins. So, there was nothing to do. So they kept selling for this woman. Selling so good, fantastic. This business became bigger. They now started to tell her you can package it in nylon, you can seal it, all of those things. Social media was not so big then, but we were introducing Instagram. Small, they started to sell plantain chips, like just in the local way, throw it in the tray, you use hand to, how they used to sell, like you just take one hand, maybe 100 naira, 200 naira. And the business started to move well because her plantain chips was fire. Like, it was so good. You know that thing where even you can't explain why it's so good? No matter if you buy the plantain from Ibadan, you fry it, it comes out the same way. That thing they say that is in the hand. It was so good. From there, she started to give them their own cuts. Like, oh, for today, thank you. You made so and so amount. She'll give Taye, she'll give Kende. They'll go back home. And it was from that thing that these people were able to eat sometimes because they were so done. Like, when they came to start helping the woman, the mom was not aware, but at least her children were busy doing something. They would just tell her, oh, we're going to help somebody. And she's like, at least rather than stay at home, boredom may kill us, starvation may kill us. That kind of thing. So they started to see food. And then the woman now started to have, deeper discussions with them, what's going on. They now told her that they're waiting to enter school. They've written jam, they passed, but they don't have money to write another jam. They can't afford this, they can't afford that. From that money, because the business was doing so well, and they packaged it, from that money, she gave them money to write another jam. They were like, if you write the jam, when we enter school, can you pay school fees? She said they should not worry. From that, they started to package it and give supermarkets to put in the store to sell. They started to put the ones you put in. Like, they started to do well, though. Do well. And those who had two, like her ride or die, nobody else was allowed into that business. It was the three of them. At some point, they entered school. She started to pay their school fees, all of that. So, one of the days, Taye had the courage to ask her, that's this your Oyinda? Where is she? The woman now broke down. That's how they knew that it was a stillbirth, that there was no child. Because people in the area kept wondering, where is your child? We don't see her, we don't do anything, and you're suffering so much. But she just wanted to be called a mom. She had lost everything, no child, no husband, no nothing. So she just left that name because that was the name she had given to the child before giving birth. So at least she saw the baby dead, and Mama Oyinda was what she called herself. And she moved out of that area, like I said. You can imagine how emotional it was that day for all of them. And they're like, we know we have mom, we have a mother, we have, but we don't have a dad, but we have a mom. But if you don't mind, you can still be our mom, or you can be our granny, because you're old. So they became one big family. They got money to move into a better apartment still in that area. They moved in together. So the woman was no longer lonely. She now had a family. She had children. And I don't know whether to call their mom now a sister or a daughter, and her being the grandma. I don't know, but look at life. They started to do so. They opened a proper store, like a mini store, like a, what I call it, the kiosk, where they were selling other things apart from the plantain chips, which was their major business. But they now incorporated things like selling water, selling drinks. When you buy plantain chips now, you have to buy water, or you have to buy, a fizzy drink from them. And this went on. Then, like I said, social media was just being introduced. Took it there, and that was it. These people now have a multi-millionaire business. Plantain chips business. Then they start to look for, because now they're in uni now, so they have, access to some of these things. They have to structure the business. And so at this point in time, this woman was already in her late 60s when she met them. So we're talking about almost 15 years plus later. So she died. But before she died, she was so fulfilled. The child she never had, she had them. Not even one. She never had a child, now she had them, Taya and Kendi. She had company, she watched them grow, dates, all of those things. Then lawyer came now, like there's a will. She willed her company, even though they were already partners, from doing the business together, because what does she really know? These children were the one doing everything, so she made them partners. But she willed everything she had to the last penny to Taya and Kendi. Because again, let's not feel entitled because she doesn't have a child or family. She can will it to them. She can just leave it. And these people can do whatever they want with it. But she made sure to will every penny. The will was so funny that even down to chair, she willed everything she had to them. Again, blessings come in funny ways. God can bless you with and through anything, I tell you. Anything. Imagine she didn't accept them when they came around to come and help her. Imagine she didn't open up. Imagine they too were grumpy, angry. I'm not in school. My mother does not have money. I'm and they decided that they would just be wasting away, which would have not been wrong, to be honest, because what you know is where you end. That's the beginning and end. What you know is where you can function. You cannot be more than what you are. So if they are seeing it as just a period to be angry and all that, it's not great, but you can't be mad at them for not thinking that they should go and help somebody sell plantain chips or help somebody. You know what I mean? All in all, all I can say is they're thriving. From meeting an old woman who was lonely and poor, who was selling plantain chips indirectly because of laziness and depression, that she couldn't even fry the plantain soft enough to eat, like how you buy fried plantain. They became millionaires. They made someone's life fulfilled. Their lives too were fulfilled. The way things happen is just very funny. Your mind has to be open to the fact that anything can happen. No matter where you are, no matter who you are. Sometimes you don't even have to play any role. You just find yourself there. Anyway, guys, I hope this story blessed you, because it really blessed me. What blessed me was not even the fact that they became millionaires or the fact that, the woman willed everything to them, which is fantastic. It's how the woman didn't die lonely, didn't die of heartbreak, which was already breaking her at some point. It's how she was fulfilled. She got to have the children she didn't have. She got to have love, genuine love, because they didn't play with her. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if the story blessed you, because it did bless me. Bye for now.